Zumela chomie, welcome back to Gossip Cafe. Igama lami K, and you can call me KK, you can call me KG, D2, you can call me anything. Just J, busy fed. Oh yeah, this is. I'm just kidding, guys. So guys, without wasting any more time, you know what? Let's get into this video.
Welcome to Gossip Cafe.
So allegedly, Bucie Nkomo, the Bucie Nkomo. If you don't know who Bucie Nkomo is, let me just refresh your memory. Bucie Nkomo is the lady who was featured in that song Superman, if I'm not mistaken, by Black Coffee. And also you will remember this one, Easy to Love. You're so easy to love. No mungo beki Ferrari pambikwa. That song, honey, I don't know how to sing, but then you understand where I'm coming from. That is the guy that I'm talking about. So this is what happened. Bucie apparently bought a car, a 2016 model Volkswagen Amarok. Bought a car, installment and all, right? And the car was around about 700,000 rands and something like that. But sisters could not afford the installment or did not pay the installments after a couple of months of buying that car, right? If you don't know, Bucie actually retired or said she's leaving music in 2017 or 2018, if I'm not mistaken. And she had that last album that she did. I think it was Rebirth or something like that. Rebirth or something. And that was the last offering of Bucie. So by this time that she's running away from Nedbank, where Nedbank is asking her to pay 300,000 rands, that car was repossessed by Nedbank. Nedbank got a court order that they can retrieve the car or take the car away so that it can be auctioned and so that Nedbank can get part of the amount. So the car was taken from Bucie. That was in 2020, whereby the car was taken from Bucie, and if I'm not mistaken, between 2020 and 2021. And from that time, the car was taken for repairs because before it is getting auctioned, it has to be at least in a good condition. So they went, Nedbank took the car and they went and fixed the car. Obviously, they did the auction and the car was sold with a very low amount. And the car was sold for around about, I don't know, 200,000 or 100 and something thousand rands. And the repairs also were 100 and something thousand rands. And obviously every shortfall of that car after getting repossessed, the person who bought that car has to pay. So Bucie has to pay over 300,000 rands of fees for the auction, for the repairs, for the shortfall of the car, because obviously the car is not an investment. So when you get the car from the dealership, the value goes down already. So if the car gets repossessed, you need to pay the shortfall of the value market. That's what I think. That's what I know, if I'm not mistaken. So when Nedbank says, I want my money, apparently Bucie is not budging. Obviously, first, the time that they had to go and take the car away from Bucie, they had to take Bucie to High Court in Joburg. And now I think this is another thing that will happen. Bucie will be dragged to another court to pay that 300,000 rands, because apparently she doesn't take calls, she doesn't take emails, she doesn't do anything in order for her to show that she wants to pay the amount. I think Bucie is broke and all of those things. So let me just quickly get into another thing that is happening within Bucie's life. So Bucie left the music scene, obviously, because she says she wants to focus on her marriage and her children and all of those things. Bucie is married to a Zimbabwean accountant or Zimbabwean-born accountant called Nhlanhla Nkomo. That's where the surname comes from, Bucie Nkomo. So as you all know, Bucie was all lovey-dovey on screen and all of those things, and she didn't want us to know anything about her mans and all of those things. By the way, we know Nhlanhla Nziza's men or Nhlanhla Mafu's men now. So who is having a last laugh? But anyway, we don't care about that man because obviously she loves her. She is actually the man who she grew up with or something like that, somewhere, somehow. That's the thing. So I think she's happy in her life and all of those things. So get back to Bucie's story. So Bucie came out and at some point, or the papers came out at some point, alleging that Bucie is in a very, very, very abusive relationship. Apparently, she even opened a case of assault because the man was browsing through her cell phone. They like to think that everybody is cheating and all of those things. But anyway, Bucie's man slapped Bucie apparently, and Bucie pushed this man down the stairs, and the man came back, and this man was hitting Bucie and hitting Bucie and hitting Bucie with fist and all of those things. But allegedly, when she opened the case, the police also said there were no visible bruises at that moment of time. I mean, abusers, most of the times, they try to make sure that there are no visible bruises so that they might say, no, there is no way that I hit you and all of those things and whatever. But I don't know. So Ntlahla Nkomo is Bucie's husband, who is abusive apparently, and also an accountant. I mean, how can they have a car repossessed, by the way? Because from what I know, Bucie has got her production company or music company or whatever, record label, something like that, whereby she's taking other artists and she's writing music for other artists. I don't know who she wrote for as of yet, or what artist is signed under Bucie and all of those things. That I don't really know. How can they have an Amarok that she pays over just as little as over 10,000 rands, whereby the husband is an accountant? Let me tell you, if you're an accountant in a right company, you're getting paid money, honey, imali stunkuncha semali. And sisters, this side is a businesswoman, obviously, or she was a businesswoman until she got broke and she couldn't pay the actual car installments. But anyway, what can we say? It's South Africa. Things are changing, obviously, when you grow up and all of those things. But how can you take a leap of faith and say you live in music, whereby you are a good musician and you write good songs, you're singing, you've got vocals for days, and the next thing you come back, because she's back now apparently. In 2022, she said she's going back to studio. So I would assume that at this point of time, she's busy cooking up a good single or cooking up a good album again after the hiatus or after the retirement. You know what, these musicians with this retirement and all of those things, when you're an artist, most of the times you don't retire, you die an artist, because obviously sometimes you don't get to be paid for months and months and months, and you have to go back to your savings, especially if you don't have a stable business. So I hope and pray that there is no abuse, because the first thing that I questioned is, you get this man, you get married to this man, and the next thing you leave music because you want to focus on your man and your family. There's nothing wrong with focusing on your kids and all of those things, but saying that you live in music and the next thing your business is not working out, and then you're sitting there and this man is going to work and all of those things. One thing that I can tell you, because a day-to-day job like women's or accountant, that as much as the money is a lot, it is not going to cover a lot of things. I mean, it is not going to cover a lot of things unless this man is a business mogul, this man is having the businesses. But I wouldn't really say people should just leave their jobs, their day-to-day jobs, just to focus on the husband. These husbands cheat, darling. They will cheat on you, they will leave you there, they will abuse you, and they will know that they can easily manipulate you. But anyway, there's nothing we can say. It's alive. If you are not an Instagram babe, you will have to suck it in and come back and say, I'm back, I'm gonna sing again. I cannot wait. First of all, I cannot wait to hear Bucie's new music, because I miss that girl. Bucie is good at what she does. Anyway, honey, thank you so much for watching till this far. Please do me a favor, like and share. Are people still sharing? But anyway, I don't know. Anyway, like this video and please do subscribe, and I'll see you in my next upload. Mwah.